listening to this week's talk on the combined sedras of Nitzavim and Vayelech, and we are dedicating our learning to the safety and success of all of the soldiers in the IDF, to the speedy and complete healing of all of the wounded, to refuah sheleima for Rivka Yittel bas Rochel, and lilui nishmas Miriam bas Avrohom HaCohen. And as we look at these two sedras, that combined have a total of 70 pesukim. The Sedra of Nitzavim contains 40 pesukim, and the Sedra of Vayelech contains 30 pesukim. And according to Rav Sadia Gaon, they are actually meant to be read as one, as in on the same Shabbos, and some years they are read on different Shabboses, but they are not, although we call them as separate sedras, they are effectively one unit. And this is possibly surprising when you look at the two words and what they mean. Nitzavim means standing firm, and this has been likened to a king who is sort of stationary, upright. And when people come to pay homage, they are the ones that are walking and moving. He is the one that is stationary. And Vayelech connotes movement and growth. And so they seem to contradict each other. Yet the idea is that we want to try to combine these two concepts of, on the one hand, being rooted and being firm, and on the other hand, also having the possibility of growth and improvement. And this is something that when we look at the words of the Sedra, we'll be able to find a concept and a way of understanding it. And I'm referring to the phrase that is used here, chazak ve'ematz, as Moshe Rabbeinu summons Yehoshua, and this is in chapter 31, so it's in the Sedra of Vayelech, and this is in chapter 31, verse 7. Vayikra Moshe leYehoshua, and Moshe called to Yeshua, Vayomer Elov, and he said to him, Le'enei Chol Yisrael, in the eyes of all of Israel, Chazak ve'ematz, be strong and courageous. Ki ata tovo es ha'am hazeh el ha'oretz asher nishba Hashem la'avosam. Because you are going to come with this people to the land that Hashem has sworn to their fathers. Laseis lahem, to give to them, va'ata tanchilena osom, and you will inherit them. You will lead them forward, and you will give it to them as an inheritance. V'Hashem hu haholech lefanecha, and God will lead you forward. Hu yiyeh imoch, he will be with you. Lo yarpecha, he will not loosen his hold. He will not let you slip away. V'lo ya'azveka, he will not forsake you. Lo sira velo sechos. Do not be afraid or dismayed. And with these rousing words to Yehoshua ben Nun, who is going to assume the mantle of leadership, we can really, I think, of the zoom in, zoom out yet again in this context. And it's a zoom in because it is a very specific conversation between our greatest leader, Moshe Rabbeinu, as he prepares to pass on the baton. And he is giving words of encouragement to Yehoshua, who is going to take over. And we can also, as a people in our entirety, and as all of the individuals who make up that people, we can hear those words echo in our own heads, that we, as we face a new year, God willing, and we have hopes and aspirations, and we want to improve, we want to look back, see what we can do better, look forward, and grow individually and as a nation. This is something that is possibly the most eloquent way to fuse this idea of focusing on one particular person, one particular aspect, and stepping back and seeing it in the widest possible sense. And the interesting the interesting interpretation of the particular words that are expressed to Yehoshua is that it is said in the eyes of all of Israel. And on the one hand, again, in the actual setting when those words were spoken, the entire people is assembled. And this is a very public declaration of confidence in Yehoshua. And we can understand it on that on that perhaps surface level. But if we look deeper and see the personality of Yehoshua ben Nun, he is renowned for his humility. He was chosen to take over the position of leadership from Moshe Rabbeinu, not because he was front and the loudest and the most brilliant person surrounding Moshe Rabbeinu. He was the one who tidied up the Beis HaMedrash, the Ohel Moed, the tent of meeting after people left. He was the one who put the chairs away. He was the one who absorbed by osmosis, just being in the presence of Moshe Rabbeinu as he carried out what might be considered menial tasks, just to be in the vicinity of Moshe Rabbeinu. That was his dream, his ideal. And in that he absorbed so much more than somebody who perhaps has greater fanfare and makes and focuses on their talents and their capabilities. But this quality of humility, and we saw this when Yehoshua was part of the delegation of 12 that went out to explore the land of Israel, as told in the Sedra of Shalach Lecha, and he needed an extra hey added to his name because he lacked the confidence that sometimes goes together with excessive humility. And so therefore, this is something that Yehoshua was possibly lacking to his detriment, that sense of confidence. So all of us, we really need this combination of strength and courage. And Moshe Rabbeinu too, as the humblest of all men, he needed to be persuaded to become the leader. And the message of the burning bush that was used to convince Moshe Rabbeinu of his mission was a combination of a lowly bush, which symbolizes humility, and flames that rise higher, that are possibly a symbol of arrogance, of haughtiness. And although sometimes when you are a leader, you need to take a position, you need to have confidence and be strong, but that humble core was unaffected. And the words, again, in the eyes of all of Israel, were perhaps a hint to Yehoshua that he needed to assume the position of confidence and strength in front of all the people. And yet, when inside that very deep part of him remained humble, that was not diminished at all. And these are very important messages as we go into the fourth week of Elul, that we are remembering the words of encouragement, chazak ve'ematz. We are combining this idea of standing firmly, of adhering to our principles, of not compromising on the essentials of what define us, yet on the other hand, being able to have the flexibility of movement and growth. And this, together with confidence and humility, is the best possible way for us to approach the coming festival, which will take place on the Shabbos after we read Nitzavim Vayelech. Please God, we should be celebrating Rosh Hashanah, and we should all have in mind that this should be a blessed year for the whole nation of Israel, for the land of Israel, and for all the individuals that comprise the people of Israel. Thank you very much for listening and wishing everybody Shabbat Shalom.